G'day everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Hope you're all doing well. My goodness, in the previous episode I feel like we managed to complete so many assignments. I feel it was a very productive episode. There was MSV Broken Arrow, there was that planets with all of the Geth on it, and some kind of strange beacon that they were using, which we disabled. And I think towards the end we had the dig site, because that was one thing that we've been trying to get to for the longest time. So we managed to fit all three in, which is really, really good. I do want to pivot.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I want to see if we can have a chat with someone about their request. And I mean, we've had Mordin on board for the longest time, so we may as well have a chat with him and see what he needs done before we face off with the collectors.
Shepard, important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You remember my work? Studying the genophage?
Give me a quick reminder.
Refresh my memory.
Studied genophage as part of Special Tasks Group. Checked Krogan population, ensured genophage was working. Didn't tell you full story. Discovered that Krogan population was growing too quickly. Overcoming genophage. Had to take steps. Personally led a team, created new version of genophage, released it onto Tuchanka, other colonies. Restabilized Krogan population.
That's kind of horrific.
The first genophage was a mistake bordering on a war crime. How the hell could you do it again?
Exactly the reaction feared. In small numbers, Krogan sympathetic. Tragic. Galactic regret for deployment of genophage. But in large numbers, expansion, aggression, war. Krogan too dangerous. Had to stop them. First genophage was necessary. Cultural fragmentation made modified genophage even more necessary.
I don't buy that.
We're not done, Mordin. You can't just drop a bomb like this and walk away.
Can discuss ethics later. More immediate concerns. Blood Pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example. Recovering Malin would be a personal favor to me.
They know what you did?
Do you think they found out your team updated the genophage?
Unclear. No way to determine until we get to Tuchanka.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do.
We'll go to Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciated. My assistant, my student, want to see him. Safe. Malin last seen outside Urdnot territory. Scouts might have seen Blood Pack. Talk to them or clan chief.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to go back to Tuchanka then. I mean, we've only just got back from Tuchanka, I feel. But that's fine, we'll definitely do that. So, I don't know if we've picked up any more stuff that we might be able to upgrade here, so let me just have a quick review. Damage protection. This comprehensive system upgrade offers improved protection for all squad members, regardless of team members' individual defensive strategies. Sure, we'll definitely grab that. And yeah, I don't think there's really anything else. Do I go into advanced training? I know I've been saving up EZO. Every time we go into advanced training though, it's like another 5,000, so maybe I'll leave it for the moment. And if we end up having like spare EZO towards the end of the series, we might be able to just spend it on advanced training. Alright. So, off to Tuchanka again. We may as well have a read of some messages though, because I think there might be a few. Blue Sun's activity traced from Cerberus Command. We did a little due diligence on this Lieutenant Loke and his rendezvous with Captain Vorez. I think that's the message that we read in the previous episode. The coordinates we obtained as the last known location of the MSV Strontium Mule have been added to your galaxy map. It turns out that the Mule is carrying valuable cargo, including intel of a sensitive nature. We'd like you to track down the Strontium Mule and recover that cargo. Please pass the information to us and you can keep any other items of value you may find. do what you will with the Blue Suns. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to just defeat all of them. To the Normandy, our thanks. From Raphael Colon, Governor of Fargone Colony, on Eunice. Normandy's crew. We retrieved your identity from the docking data aboard the MSV Broken Arrow. We're led to believe that your crew is responsible for saving our colony from a catastrophic event. Not only did you defeat the Geth and prevent the ship from crashing into the planet in a trajectory that would have destroyed our colony, but you also saved nearly 100 munition crates that would have been lost in the ship's scuttling. Thanks to you, we are safe and can continue the Broken Arrow's work in arming the colonies on the fringe of Geth space. On behalf of the residents of Fargone Colony, you have our eternal gratitude. There you go. And mark that as read. To Grunt's commander from Shaman Erdnot. Damn it, I hate these things, but you need to hear this. You're part of Grunt's Krant, and you're his leader, so keep him alive. Here, I have to stay polite, play the role, but our people are dying. Krogan have always valued survival over tradition. If we're going to survive as a people, we need your vat-grown Grunt. Okeer was a madman, but he was a madman with a plan, and that's more than most have on this ball of rock. So bring him back from your damn mission. My people need him, and if you all get killed, I'll piss on your graves. Shaman Bernard. Okay. Not the most diplomatic of messages, but hey, that's fine. Let's head back to the cabin, and let's keep the fish alive. Did they? Oh man, okay, they all died. I'm pretty sure I've been coming back here regularly. How did that happen? Does it depend on how far you've traveled or how many missions you've done? Bloody hell, I keep killing my fish. Well, we don't have any fish left. I don't know if we'll find any more. If we do find some more, then I'll be more than happy to buy some more fish to kill. Oh man. That's horrible. Why don't we go with the capacitor chest plate? I think that looks pretty cool. And yeah, we'll just go with the... Oh, hang on. Maybe amplifier plates? Heavy dampening gauntlets? Does that look good? Not sure, actually. N7 gauntlets. Offhand ammo pack. I kind of like that one. That way I've got a little bit of extra ammo. Yeah, maybe we just do the offhand ammo pack. And then for the legs, let's do... I'm going primarily by look, guys. Stimulator conduits. Or the N7 Greaves. What does this do? So I can't exactly see the entire thing. Increase storm speed by 10%. So storm, does that just basically mean the sprinting? Maybe. I wouldn't mind an increase in speed for that if we can get it. So yeah, why not? Let's go with the stimulator conduits, and then I don't think we really need to change anything else. So let's apply. And yeah, let's make our way back to Tuchanka. Because we're headed to a familiar location, what I might do this time around is see if we can swing by different nebulas and systems that we haven't exactly scanned before. Because I'm pretty sure we've completely scanned this nebula. Let me just double check on that. Yeah, and then there is one more system over here, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so off we go. There is that additional side quest that we now have, right? recapture the freighter. I think that's the one. Alright, let's have a look around here. So this is the Eagle Nebula, which is on the way. I feel like maybe we could do a little bit of scanning there, and then there are like a few other nebulas here which we could go to. Well, let's start with the Eagle Nebula. Okay, so this system is fully scanned. So let's go to the other systems here. There's actually quite a few. Starting with Relic. Island Wind. A large hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Island Wind is named for the sweet-smelling land breezes that come off of the archipelagos of Kage in the evening. As tumultuous as any other Jovian giant, Island Wind has cyclones that span tens of thousands of kilometers.
Probe away.
Alright, one should be enough. Interesting green ringed planet here. First Land, a hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture. First Land is home to many space stations supporting the ubiquitous refueling platforms. A thriving community of Drell and Hanar make their home in orbit here, giving the solar system's robo-miners somewhere to go when the 50-hour day and nights are driving them mad. That was a pretty big peak before. There.
Probe away.
Sure, why not?
Launching probe.
But I think that's the last one we'll drop, and we'll continue our scanning of other planets. Murky Water. Despite the name, Murky Water has yet to show any signs of having water whatsoever. Its name is a literal translation from the original Hanar, who consider murky water a sign of danger. Murky water has a hazy, crushing atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane, which brings the surface heat to boiling levels. It remains unexploited, its gravity and temperature too high to bother. Okay. So no mining outfits, that's why
Probe launched.
it's rich in resources. I do find it kind of funny, though, that, you know, when we read some of these codexes and it says that, you know, maybe there hasn't been a lot of mining because of challenges like, you know, temperatures or crushing gravity or something like that. But for some reason, we're able to just simply drop probes and gather resources like it's nothing. So that feels just a little bit inconsistent, doesn't it? But anyway.
Launched.
Gotta get these resources somehow, right?
Launching probe.
Okay, I think that's enough. Let's continue on. Fitful Current. Fitful Current was so named because it orbits in retrograde, indicating that it may have been an extrasolar planet that was captured by the Relic system's gravity well. Large for a rock planet, Fitful Current has only traces of hydrogen in its extremely thin atmosphere. Hanar robo miners have recovered some uranium and thorium deposits from its depths. Okay.
Launching probe.
Let's drop
Probe
another.
launched.
One
Probe
more.
launched.
Good measure. Let's continue. There should be one more planet somewhere out here. Or maybe a couple. Yeah, there's two, actually. Beach Thunder. Beach Thunder lives and dies on the price of titanium, the metal being the only reason to come to this frozen rock. A best-selling e-novel, The Hard Stuff, has popularized the story of the miners on the planet. It follows the Hanar and Drell robo-miners competing with Krogan and Vorcha, who simply put on environmental suits and lays the titanium out more or less by hand. As the novel's promotional screed says, accidents are frequent, rivalry is fierce, and vengeance served up fast.
Launching probe. Probe launched.
Oh, okay. Well, we definitely want that.
Probe.
Okay, but I think it's good to move on and check out this very interesting and colorful looking planet. Praying Mouth. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Praying Mouth is a ship-killing enigma, the Bermuda Triangle of the Terminus systems. There are many theories why ships never return from there. Undetectable space debris, old disruptor torpedoes and magnetic mines from a long-forgotten war, even miniature black holes. But what is clear is that too many ships have been lost there for it to be a happenstance. Travel advisory, due to the large number of ships lost when attempting to discharge their drive cores in Praying Mouth, the Relic system highly recommends using First Land's complementary discharge stations instead. Okay, I was fully expecting to find some kind of an anomaly in this location, but I guess not. Ooh, there's a little bit of Eezo here though. That's an interesting find. I wonder why. Maybe my theory around where Eezo can be found is in fact incorrect. Maybe Eezo can be found literally anywhere. I initially thought maybe there needs to be signs of sapient life. I mean, you could argue with the amount of ships lost, you know, in this place. Maybe that's the reason why we can find Eezo.
Launching probe.
Could be that there are several shipwrecks or something like that in this location, and we're simply grabbing the Eezo from all of those wrecks, maybe. We're at the 10,000 mark though. Sorry, not 10,000, 100,000 mark, rather. Element 0.
Probe away.
I'm not sure if we're really going to find any more. So I think I'm prepared to move on. 85%, there's probably one more. Oh, right here. You can barely see this planet. Rough Tide. A dwarf planet with a shroud of carbon monoxide and dioxide that keeps it warm. Rough Tide was so named when large veins of platinum and palladium were struck and miners from all over the cluster came in to stake their claims. Hanar police and their Drell enforcers clashed with Krogan and Vorcha in an ugly series of race riots in the late 2170s, and the planet has only grudgingly kept a shaky peace since then. Okay.
Probe launched.
might see if we can pick up some probes. Actually, no, I can't do that. We don't have a refueling station in this system.
Probe away.
Okay. Let's hold off on anything else. I'm just looking for EZO, if they have some EZO, but I don't think they do. So, that's fine. Alright, moving on to the next system. Let's go to Ammon. A few planets in this one as well. Bast. A small hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Bast and its moons served as the Eclipse Mercenary Company's fallback position after their defeat on Neath. Once they had gathered their strength, they leaked a false position to the Nahessit Consortium to lure them into a trap, which devolved into a pitched battle. Both sides claimed victory. Nahessit lost more ships, but could afford the setback in a way Eclipse could not. Okay, I don't know what this Nahessit is, but perhaps maybe we might learn a little bit more about them, whoever they are.
Launching probe.
Alright, let's continue. Sekhmet, a hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to have entered Ammon's system within the last billion years. Sekhmet was the site of an important battle in the Anhur Rebellions, when the Eclipse Mercenary Company sought to capture the refueling stations to deny the rebel supplies. A fighter wing hiding in Sekhmet's rings ambushed them. Eclipse suffered heavy initial losses but destroyed 2 rebel carriers and forced them to retreat into FTL. This was considered the high watermark of the rebellion. At no point after the Battle of Sekhmet did the rebels have a victory. Today, Sekhmet is home to refueling stations and a small war memorial in orbit at the planet's L5 Lagrange point. Okay. Perhaps maybe that group that we read about has something to do with these rebellions. There's a bit of Element Zero here as well. So that's a decent find.
Launching probe.
I reckon if we get to, like, 150,000 or something like that, maybe we can spend on the retraining 150,000, or maybe even just 105,000. I can't remember how much the retrain costs actually, but maybe we can entertain it. That way we can play around with a few more weapons.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe.
Alright, I don't know if there's more EZO, but I think maybe now's a good time to leave. Alright, moving on. Sobek, a hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture. Sobek's low-G moons were the sites of many Batarian labor camps during the Anhur rebellions, generating raw materials for the war. When the slaves were finally liberated by Eclipse, the mercenaries found abysmal conditions, including whole camps that lacked Mass Effect fields to keep the gravity at habitable levels. The widespread bone loss among the slaves was part of their master's final degradation. It would cripple them if they ever left for a standard gravity world. The plight of the slaves soon garnered galactic media attention, and several charities sprang up to pay for their physical therapy and find them gainful employment. Eclipse, normally reviled for their cutthroat tactics, and criminal employees found themselves painted as heroes. The mercenary company still retains an office on Sobek's moon Hecate, out of nostalgia as much as a business strategy. Okay, so the Eclipse are not all bad, I suppose,
Probe launched.
considering what happened. They could have just left the slaves to die.
Launching probe.
Alright, I don't think it's worthwhile sticking around. Let's leave.
Anomaly detected.
Ooh, okay, what do we have here? Neath, cold and dry. Neath has a thin nitrogen atmosphere and vast salt flats at its equator, which is warm enough for liquid water to pool during the summer period. The revealed salt is collected and sold to sodium-poor planets for agricultural purposes. During the Anhur rebellions, Neath was a staging ground for Eclipse ships, and was the site of their first defeat, when enemy Nahesit surprised and routed them with a superior force. Some wreckage from the battle can still be found on the planet today. Okay.
General distress. Beacon process interrupted. Translation error. Status of system operator is not known. General distress. Beacon.
Launching probe.
So maybe we might
I
learn a
found
little bit
something.
more about these rebellions? Surface scans indicate wreckage of a merchant freighter, configuration unknown, damage to ship catastrophic, detecting movement but no signs of organic life. Let's land. We'll continue scanning for resources a little bit later. Let's grab... Well, we are trying to get Morden's stuff done, right? So I'll do Morden, and I might try Thane, actually. But obviously, these guys don't have their final skills unlocked just yet, so... a few less options when it comes to combat, but that's okay.
A sandstorm is approaching from the northwest. Proceed with caution.
Okay. Sandstorm. I don't know if there'll actually be some enemies in this location. Systems status report. Engineering. Compromised. Catastrophic damage to primary and secondary cores. Element 0 exposure levels critical. Fuel leaks throughout the engineering deck. Navigation. Manual control of navigation impossible. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization Pratt 43279. Sensors. Short-range sensors offline. Unsafe planetary proximity detected at 0700 hours. Life support returning to safe levels. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization Pratt 43279. Shields holding at 100% integrity. No shield breaches detected. VI network. Combating potential contagion. VI control of critical systems locked out by executive command. Authorization Pratt 43279 and communications. Damage to communications array critical. Activating distress beacon. Okay, something about this VI. Perhaps maybe the VI's gone rogue or something, causing the crash. Possibly. Apparently the air is breathable here. We're not wearing our helmets and masks and stuff.
Captain, short-range sensors just went offline and I'm locked out of helm control. The VI is reporting malfunctions all over the ship.
Well, apparently there are no life signs, right? So I don't know if we can expect to find any survivors.
Arash will be praised.
Okay. I think we're looking good. Let's press forward. Evacuation order.
Attention all hands. We are on a collision course and losing systems fast. Report to the escape pods immediately. This is not a drill.
A shipping manifest. Reflective mech armor X6378. 14 crates of reflective mech armor X6378. Source, Jarahi Station. Destination, ERCS facility. Loki mechs. 180 of them. From Hane Kedar Experimental Mechanics Division. And these Ymir mechs. Hane Kedar Experimental Mechanics Division. Again, they're all going to the same facility. Now, are we expecting to fight all of those things that we just saw in the manifest? Possibly. The only thing that really scares me is the Ymir mech, because those ones are a bit chunky. Power cells. Must be loading us up. What are we looking for? Security report.
Trenton, I've got a problem in the cargo bay. Marcus says the mechs in the containers are activating and self-destructing. Go check it out.
Activating and self-destructing. What? Alright. Maybe I missed something over here. Ah, here. Signal transmitter.
Multiple hostiles powering up at your location. Recommend immediate extraction.
Okay. We need to escape, apparently. Ah, yes. Here are the mechs.
One step closer. Embrace the sea. Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 90%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation. I'll hold.
Okay, they're coming from up that way. Can't remember if we actually investigated that area or not. Let's do cryo there. Maybe a push there.
Enjoy.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 65%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Okay, nothing up here. Oh, there's the mech. Yeah, we want to be very careful here with this one. Why aren't we ducking down? when taking cover. It's a little frustrating. So let's do incendiary, and I think I should also do a warp here. And I want to experiment with the heavy weapon. Okay, I guess it has to charge up or something. Okay, well it's already dead. So it didn't really get to play around with this. Very unfortunate.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Trouble ahead.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
I think these mechs are just gonna continually spawn. Okay, let's leave.
Lost shield.
Situation suggests retreat advisable.
Okay, well, I don't really know what that was all about. I guess we just investigated the wrecked ship. I guess we just needed to deactivate it, the beacon so that no one else comes to their aid and gets demolished by those mechs. Alright, let's continue on. There's still one more planet here. Anher, a garden world with heavy populations of humans and Batarians, Anher was home to one of the ugliest violations of sapient rights in modern human history. A consortium of corporations and corrupt politicians, fearing Batarian economic competition due to their custom of legal slavery, passed a resolution that abolished the minimum wage, effectively re-legalizing slavery on a human-dominated world. Opponents of the motion quickly turned to activism and violence. A civil war erupted as one side sought to end slavery throughout the system, and another, primarily Batarian faction, called the Nahesit, sought to keep the slaves they had. The Anher rebellions raged from 2176 to 2178. The Nahesit had a significant advantage in ships, labor, and weapons, forcing the Anher militias to hire mercenary companies to even the odds. In the end, the abolitionists won out, though at the cost of much of their infrastructure. Though Anher today still has significant natural wealth, it is economically depressed, save for the reconstruction industry. There you go, that explains that rebellion and the Nahesit, I think they're called. Lot of Element Zero here. Love to see it.
Probe launched. Probe launched.
Just a tiny little bit around here somewhere. There. Oh, that's decent.
Probe launched.
Yeah, let's just check on the northern hemisphere for a little bit. Feel like, yeah, definitely missed some.
Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched.
Alright, I think we might be done. Let's leave. Goodness me. This nebula still keeps on going. There's still a couple
We
more
have used
systems.
half our fuel.
We're definitely gonna need to go back to the mass relay before continuing on to Strabo. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to continue with Morden's quest line in this episode, or it might have to be the next one. Rill, a planet only a Vorcha could love. Rill is notable for its near-miss climate, punishing heat and a thin, toxic methane-ethane atmosphere. Its surface is dotted with Krogan and Vorcha habitats, eking out a meager life of the planet's tin and copper deposits, and killing anyone who cuts into their profits. Travel advisory: Krogan can survive in the heat with the use of a breathe mask. All other species require environmental suits to avoid heat exhaustion and burns. Liquid water can be found in large lakes on the surface. This can be used for thermoregulation, but it is not potable without processing. Alliance Bulletin: large-scale gang warfare is a regular occurrence on Rill. Civilian travel is not advised.
Probe launched. Probe launched.
Yeah, we're really running out of probes here, so gotta be selective. I don't see any ESO, so I might just leave it. Very big gas giant here. Named for one of many Krogan gods of vengeance, Uzin is a gas giant, close enough to its orange sun that none of its moons are considered habitable. Its composition is largely hydrogen and methane, with traces of xenon that the Krogan collect for use in ion drives. Uzin is well within the frost line, where gas giants usually do not form, leading astronomers to believe that its orbit used to be further from the star. If so, this would indicate a seriously unstable orbit, and the planet may plunge into the star within a few years, or a few million years rather. Okay.
Launching probe.
Probably not the most worthwhile use of a probe there, but...
Probe away.
Flet. Uninhabitable by most species, Flet is home to the Bloodpack's Vorcha training and breeding grounds. The thick atmosphere is nearly all nitrogen and lacks oxygen, which poses no hazard to the Vorcha. Needing little but imports of food and water, Vorcha mercenaries and mercenaries-to-be train religiously to overpower and kill whoever the company is at war with this time. Travel advisory: Flet's spaceports are wholly owned subsidiaries of the Bloodpack Mercenary Company, a corporation undergoing numerous criminal investigations for capital crimes. Civilian traffic to Flet is strongly discouraged. A lot of resources here.
Launching probe. Probe away.
One more, for good measure.
Launching probe.
And I think we're done. Let's continue back to the refueling station, and then we'll move on to Strabo. It does say here that there's an abandoned station in this next one. Have we just only picked that up recently? I don't remember seeing that. Anyway, well, it's a good coincidence, I suppose. Let's grab some fuel. Grab some probes as well. Alright, so there's Jarahi Station, apparently abandoned for whatever reason. We're gonna have to investigate that. And then there's just one planet on this particular, or in this particular system. Antigar, charted by a Solarian mining expedition that went off course due to computer error. Antigar is a hydrogen and helium gas giant with 11 known moons and dusty rings. Okay. I guess maybe we didn't really need all of these probes before coming here, but...
Launched. Launching probe.
Nothing too interesting, so let's move on. And yeah, let's check out what's going on with this station. Jarahi Station. Site intel retrieved. Location coordinates, Jarahi Station, Strabo System, Eagle Nebula. Data mining confirms that last reported location of merchant freighter MSV Corsica as the Jarahi Station in the Strabo System. Possibility exists that clues pertaining the anomaly that caused the mass malfunction of the mechs aboard Corsica can be found aboard Jarahi Station. Okay, so this is connected to the mission that we were just on. Perhaps maybe we can find the source of the problem and curb it there. Morden, and let's go with Thane again. Bunch of dead people. What on earth happened here? Escape Jarahi Station, it just says. I mean, we just boarded, why do you want us to escape? Aren't we supposed to investigate stuff? Dr. Goldwind. At my suggestion, we have cut power to all systems save critical life support, in the hopes that disabling these systems will deny the VI the resources she needs to kill us. That is a temporary solution. We cannot last this out. We cannot last this out on our own. Dr. Taliesin. So, again, there is some kind of a rogue VI situation going on here. Docking area power. Restore the power. I'm guessing that's probably going to trigger some enemies, maybe?
Docking area power restored. Intruders are requested to report to the cargo doors for immediate removal from station.
At least she's polite about it.
Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area.
Let's have a read. Dr. Goldwind, my firm belief is that the VI is paranoid about the possibility of infection. Its current homicidal behavior is likely out of an inflated desire to keep us from shutting it down. I believe that the VI is malfunctioning and that it believes our equipment to be infected by a virus. If we continue to try to shut her down, she will keep trying to destroy us. Maybe our only recourse is to just do nothing and convince her that we're no threat. Dr. Taliesin. Hub area power. So we could access that. There's a couple of doors which are shut. I'm curious about some of the other doors, because perhaps maybe some of these could lock as soon as we interact with that thing. Attention all docks personnel. We are expecting a shipment of mech parts from the Hani Kedar facility on Chapek, Haskins Titan Nebula. Make sure the VI knows to accept docking requests from the freighter MSV Corsica. Very suspicious. What is going on? Oh! No enemies so far. Living quarters control. Restore power.
Living area power restored.
What's going on here?
The living area doors have been closed to quarantine a threat to this station. Advise intruders to engage self-destruct procedures to avoid death by starvation.
I think we should be able to open things from here, maybe.
One door enabled. 3 doors enabled. 2 doors enabled. 3 doors enabled. 1 door enabled. 1 door enabled.
Huh.
3 doors enabled.
Oh, I see. Yep. There's a bit of an order to things. Then from here, we can't exactly proceed. So what's the deal? I want to see if there's a way to open that one.
1 door enabled. 2 doors enabled. All doors disabled. 2 doors enabled. 5 doors enabled.
Oh, there we go. All of them are now enabled. So we should be able to get through. Unless she takes control again. Okay, no way through there.
All intruders intentionally violating quarantine are requested to exit the station immediately.
Okay, let's explore a little bit more. Oh. Is that steam?
Plasma venting in progress. Attempting to reach the maintenance controls will most likely result in serious injury or death.
Pretty sure we'll be able to get through that, but let's take a look at what's on the other side. Right here. Research lab power. Alright, let's hit this one.
Research area power. There is a high probability that you or your equipment will infect the station. This cannot be allowed to happen.
More puzzles.
Reflective armor prototype repositioned. 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 Testing area has been unlocked.
Okay, very good. Alright.
All personnel take this opportunity to leave the station immediately.
I suppose we should try to get through this venting and see what we can find. I don't know how deadly it is. Oh, okay. If we get through. Good. There's no venting in here. Kennings, I'm positive that the trouble with our VI started after the Corsica docked with us. Telson is looking into the VI itself. In the meantime, I need you to go through the logs and find out everything that was on the ship. Dr. Goldwind. Could it have been the mechs then that were the problem? Let's go. Whoa. My entire team is dead.
All attempts to decontaminate station have failed. Require more power to escalate defense. There is a high probability that you or your equipment will infect the station. Maintenance area power restored.
Okay, we likely needed to restore all of the power in all of these rooms before doing anything in that central location anyway, so let's head back. Let's see what we can find. Hub area power.
Area power restored. Central mainframe access granted. Docked vessel detected. Attempting to upload central programming into docked vessel's mainframe.
No, no, no. Don't do that to the Normandy,
Intruder
please.
detected. You are not authorized to be in this area. This is a secure zone. Please leave this station immediately. I regret to inform you that all attempts to defend the station have failed. Shutting down security protocols.
Completely shut down. Very good. Deactivated Jarahi's station security protocols. Is that the end of that VI? Potentially. Potentially. Alright, well, I wasn't expecting to find another mission while we were doing all of this scanning, so obviously we are still trying to make our way towards Tuchanka. What I might do, because we've 100%ed this nebula, I think we should be able to go back to the mass relay and just make the jump to Tuchanka before ending the episode. That way we should be ready for Morden's questline when we come back in. So let's do it. Alright, perfect. So Tuchanka's just over there, but I'm gonna take a break here, guys. So when we come back, hopefully we'll be able to complete Morden's request. I don't know how long that's actually gonna take, so it could be the entire episode next episode, or perhaps maybe we might have to divide it in two or something. We'll have to see. Thanks for watching. Drop a like down below, chuck us some comments, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.